Without wasting time, here we go, 10 of the worst punishments humans have ever cooked up. Number 10, the stocks and other public shame machines. We're starting on the lighter side. If lighter means being locked in a wooden frame with your head and arms stuck out for hours or days. The stocks were basically medieval social media roasting, but in real life. You messed up, boom, you're a sitting duck for the whole town to throw rotten veggies, spit, or even dead fish at you. One poor guy even got a cabbage to the eye, and not the fun kind. Public humiliation was the real punishment here. It wasn't about justice. It was about turning your misery into the town's main event. Think of it like cancel culture, but with actual rotten turnips pelting your face. Yeah, not fun. Number 9, branding crime done, time served? Nope, now you get a permanent scar to show off your bad choices. Governments would heat up a metal rod and stamp it onto your skin, a giant T for thief or F for forger. Imagine showing up at the tavern and everyone notices your forehead tattoo, screaming your past sins. It wasn't just painful, it was a life sentence of public shame, branding you as an outcast even if you tried to be a better person. Talk about no second chances. Number 8, execution by elephant. Yeah, elephants. Not your average execution tool, but back in ancient India and parts of Southeast Asia, these giant beasts were trained to deliver justice, not just stomping around randomly. These elephants were basically the ultimate executioners, crushing limbs or tossing people in the air if the king was feeling extra spicy. It was a public spectacle designed to flex the ruler's power and remind everyone who was boss. Honestly, only humans could think, hey, a 6-ton animal is perfect for enforcing laws. Wild. Number 7, the rat torture method. This one's straight out of a nightmare. In various places across history, torturers trapped a rat inside a metal bucket and placed it on a victim's stomach. Then they heated the bucket's back. The rat freaks out, and its only escape? Digging through your flesh. Imagine that for a second. Your body as the rat's tunnel to freedom. Definitely a who hurt you level of messed up, and a reminder that rats were always getting dragged into humanity's worst ideas. Number 6, the breaking wheel, medieval Europe's answer to don't mess with us. If you committed a serious crime, you might be tied to a giant wooden wheel. Then executioners would smash your limbs with iron bars until your arms and legs were all twisted and broken, wrapped around the wheel like sad, overcooked spaghetti. Sometimes they'd just leave you there, broken but alive, for days as a walking, moaning warning sign for everyone else. Brutal, slow public torture that says, yeah, we're serious, don't test us. Number 5, Scaphism, aka the boat torture. Welcome to ancient Persia's ultimate nightmare. If sentenced to death here, they'd trap you between 2 boats, like a human sandwich, and cover you in milk and honey. Sounds sweet, right? Nope. This attracted every insect in the neighborhood. Flies, maggots, beetles, all feasting on you while you baked under the sun. Days or weeks of being slowly eaten alive. It's part physical torture, part psychological horror, and part digestive nightmare, all rolled into one nasty punishment. Number 4, Poena, Cullei, the sack of doom. Ancient Rome had flair, right? Fancy togas, epic roads, and some seriously wild punishments. If you killed your parents, called parricide, your sentence was to be sewn up in a giant sack. But wait, you weren't going alone. Nope. You got company, a monkey, a dog, a snake, and a rooster. Then the sack got tossed into a river. Imagine drowning while being scratched, bitten, and pecked from every direction. Why those animals? Scholars aren't sure. Maybe symbolism, chaos, or just Roman creativity. Either way, it's like a zoo made just to torture you. Number 3, Lingchi, death by 1,000 cuts. Now, things get seriously dark. Ancient China had this method called Lingchi, which literally means slow slicing. This was no metaphor. They actually sliced people bit by bit over hours. First a slice here, then a limb there, and eventually straight to the heart. The goal? Total humiliation and destruction, physically and spiritually. The punishment was so intense, sometimes the family of the victim got punished too. Insane fact, Lingchi was used officially until 1905. Yeah, that's not ancient history, and that's just a century ago. Number 2, the Brazen Bull. This one is straight out of a horror movie with style points to spare. Ancient Greece and Sicily built a giant bronze bull statue. Someone was sentenced to death. They shoved them inside, then lit a fire under the bull until it heated up red hot. The person inside basically cooked alive, screaming the whole time. But here's the creepy twist. The bull's head had a pipe system that turned those screams into animal noises, so the crowd heard a bull mooing in agony. Artistic? Absolutely. Horrific? No doubt. The ancient Greeks really knew how to mix drama and terror. Number 1, being drawn and quartered, and the top spot for worst punishment? Medieval England's favorite, being drawn and quartered. Mostly reserved for treason, this was a full-on public spectacle. Step 1, you're dragged through the streets behind a horse. Not gently, more like hold on for dear life. Step 2, you're hanged but not killed, just enough to mess you up. Step 3, while still alive, they cut open your stomach and yank out your guts. Step 4, your body gets chopped into 4 pieces. Step 5, your head is put on a spike somewhere public for maximum humiliation. This wasn't just punishment, it was a government performance with crowds, vendors, snacks, and even kids watching. The message, don't mess with the king, or this could be you. Also, popcorn anyone? So yeah, humanity has come a long way since then. Now we usually have laws that don't involve fire bulls, rats tunneling through you, or drowning with a pet monkey. But it's worth remembering, justice hasn't always been just, and punishment was often public, painful, and downright bizarre. Next time you get annoyed at a parking ticket, just be glad no one's sewing you into a sack with a bunch of angry animals. Catch you in the next one. Stay chill, stay curious, and stay far away from history's punishment menu.